there was a man that lives in the community that we help. He got bit by a spider. I mean, it wasn't even like it wasn't a poisonous spider, but he just got bit by a spider. It got infected, and he almost lost his leg.
Hi, this is Tony English once again. Hey, I wanted to feature a family that lives here in Rolling Hills. They're doing a really great project with the homeless. And I thought it would be really cool if everybody in Rolling Hills got involved and gave their extra stuff and maybe some money to this project. It's one of those projects that's right at street level. I like to give money to...
Started doing this, and then I learned about my sister-in-law being unhoused. And then it was like, ugh. Like just seeing all these people and just learning their stories and stuff, and then finding that out was just like, oh my gosh, it's hard. It's so hard because you see all these people and they break your heart, and then you find out that somebody that you actually like know and love is like also dealing with that struggle, and it's just like crushing. It's so hard. It's just so hard, and it just makes you want to do so much. And honestly, I'm disabled. I can't work. It's hard, so if it wasn't for my parents, we would be out there too.
Places where I know everything is going to help the person. When you give it to a big organization, that's fine, that's great. Don't stop doing that. But there's salaries and administrations and lawyers and accountants and everything. This is just people helping people, and it really, really, if you want to do good in the world, it's a great way. Listen to what they have to say.
Hi, my name is Rhonda. I'm a Rolling Hills, live in the Rolling Hills community. This is Riley, my son. And lately we've been helping with a community of unhoused people in North Orange County. And we wanted to talk a little bit about having some people maybe donate some clothing and some other items that are much needed in that community that we help. So today.
Right. People have a lot of misconceptions about who the unhoused are. For one thing, they're not all just addicts. Many of them are elderly people, senior citizens who have no family to turn to. Many of them are suffering from acute mental illness. Many of them are LGBT youth who have been thrown out of their homes by their families. Many of them are people who were working on a minimum wage and can no longer afford the astronomical rising cost of rent. And many still are people who were evicted for other reasons and now have this scarlet letter on their record that will prevent them from renting in the future. And it is true that many of the people who are unhoused are suffering from drug addiction, but anyone can become an addict. There are a million different ways that this could happen to you, and it makes dealing with everything else so much more difficult.
And there's not a lot of help out there. There's a lot. There's rehab facilities, and there's mental health facilities, and there's shelters and stuff like that. But a lot of those places have 2-3 year waiting lists, so it's very difficult for anybody to receive help. And even there's a lot of that. Well, people just need to get a job. If you're unhoused, you can't really get a job because most employers actually require you to have a physical address and proof that you have a physical address by having like a utility bill or something. So it's not that easy to just go out and get a job and then get a house. So it's very difficult. Once you're in that cycle, you can't get out of that cycle just from a basic spider bite. So we're trying to get just basics, first aid kits, just so they can clean out their just a small cut or something. Well, we are actually at this pool area at the Rolling Hills Park. So we are in this pool area. We are here 3 days a week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, usually between 3:45 and 4:45. Although I would contact us first. You can contact us. I'll give you the email address later. You can contact us first, make sure we're here. You can drop things off. We are looking for like clothes or we also have a GoFundMe page if you'd like to just donate money, or you can go on Amazon and pick up like hygiene. They have like wonderful like big bulk items of like travel size hygiene kits, like you know, you can get 35 things of toothpaste or whatever. There's a, you know, you can drop that stuff off here, so you can, you know, contact us, make sure we're going to be here, and then drop them off in the pool area.
City workers and the police are constantly engaging in sweeps, and they will often confiscate all of their belongings, often leaving
Yes.
them with nothing but the stuff on their back. So even if we do give them stuff, a lot of the times it'll be taken away from them.
It's already, the population's already grown since we've started doing
Right.
this.
We need to. We understand that it's going to take a lot more than just what we're doing to fix it. It's going to take some really deep systemic change. But we are doing the best we can with what we have to help raise awareness for this issue, to inspire people to do more for their communities.
You know?
It's amazing in life. It took me a long time to learn, if I ever am unhappy, just be loving and giving and you become happy.
Yeah.
So it's like I can see the happiness you guys have in doing what you're doing and the passion you have, and I think you've like just stumbled onto the purpose of life.
Yeah.
So good for you guys.
I think so too. Unhoused.rnr, like Rhonda N. Riley, at gmail.com. So you can email us there to make sure that we'll be here. And again, we're usually here Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 3:45 to 4:45.